Hello and welcome to Faith and Fiber with Abigail. So glad you could join with me today. I have some exciting things to share with you today, so I hope you stay tuned through till the end. I'm out here on my deck and it's beautiful out here. My flowers look gorgeous, the birds are singing, and it's just a lovely day here in Wisconsin. I have had a busy day. I've been out doing a lot of errands and running around and doing some different things. So it's at the end of my day and I'm ready to relax and kick back. But I do have to share with you some fun updates and other fun things that I've been up to today. I had purchased some fiber from Susan's Fiber Shop during her Friday fiber sale. If you have not tuned into that on Fridays online, I encourage you to do so. It's fun. She holds up all kinds of braids, puts numbers on them, and then people can put in the comments section the braids they want to purchase and they can buy online. I happen to live not too far from her store, which is dangerous. So I like to go out there from time to time, pick up the purchases, and also see her sheep. I encourage you, look for the shorts that I post and see what fun I had out there today, because I got to spend a lot of time with her sheep out in the sheep pen and the lamb nursery. So the little lambs are getting big. They're adorable. I got to feed them again and spend so much time. I was her farmhand today, so she gave me some interesting tasks to do, and I am learning so much about caring for sheep, which is just, it's more fun than work for me, but then I don't own that many sheep and they're not in my backyard. So for me, it's just fun, and I'm glad I can help her out in that way. The sheep are just so amazing. I love it. So I'm going to share with you a Bible verse that I was thinking about after I left her time today, my time with her. But I have to show you my purchases. So online last Friday, this is the lovely braid that I purchased. And this is a greenwood braid, and it's hand dyed, and it is a combination of 50% polewarth, 25% black bamboo, and 25% silk. So this is going to be so much fun to spin up. I'm excited about that. And while I was there, of course, I found another lovely merino wool. I've been looking for something to go with this that I spun quite a long time ago. It was one of my first spins, and I have not hit on just the right color to blend it with. I tried it with like a burgundy and it was just too dark. It just sucked this right up. So today when I was out there, I found this lovely color, and I think these two will ply together so nicely. So I couldn't resist this. And I don't know, maybe I was inspired by these beautiful flowers that are on my deck, but I'm in the mood for something colorful right now. So that'll be fun to spin up and even finish a project finally. I will make a 2-ply with those two colors. So when I was out feeding the sheep, I was having a great time watching how Susan interacted with the sheep and they with her. She's just amazing. And the sheep just follow her everywhere. When I came into the sheep pen, you know, they didn't know me. They were curious. They came up and that, but it wasn't the same. They knew I was not the shepherd. She was. They followed her everywhere, and she knows every one of them by name, which there's so many sheep. I don't even know how many she has, but how she knows every one of those sheep by name, their personality, it's really, truly remarkable. And they know her. And she pointed out different sheep, told me their names and their personalities. I thought that is so much like God. He knows us. You know, He's our shepherd. And He knows us by name. He knows our personality. And the sheep know when there's somebody else in the pen that is a new person to them, that really doesn't know them. So that was really kind of fun to watch the interaction. And this is the Bible verse that I pulled up. And this is from John 10. And it starts out, "Verily, verily, I tell you, Pharisees, anyone who does not enter the sheep pen by the gate, but climbs in by some other way, is a thief and a robber. And there were a few times where I had to step over the fence and get into the sheep pen. And they're all curious. They're looking like, who's coming into our sheep pen? So I can really relate to that. It goes on. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice. There were a few times where we needed to get some of the sheep from one pasture into the other to graze into the other, the longer grass. And so as soon as she opened the sheep gate, most of them automatically went into the next field. But there were one or two that kind of lingered back into the field, the pasture she wanted to get them out of. So she told me to go behind the sheep and kind of like corral them and encourage them through the gate. And one obliged. It followed the rest of the herd. The other one just straggled. I'm going to stay in this field. And it did. So we just left that one to graze in the shorter grass, which was not optimal, but she wanted to stay there, so she did. And Susan said, yeah, she's the obstinate one. So, you know, there's always a few, right? And so she just stayed there enjoying her alone time in the shorter grass versus following the other sheep through the sheep pen. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to continue here. So the shepherd goes on ahead of them, the sheep follow him, and they know his voice. But they will never follow a stranger. In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice. That's just what happened. Those sheep didn't know me, but they knew Susan's voice. So they naturally, except for the obstinate one, went into the other pasture. Jesus used this figure of speech, but the Pharisees did not understand what he was telling them. Therefore Jesus said again, verily, truly, I tell you, I am the gate for the sheep. All who have come before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep have not listened to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. The hired hand is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep. So when he sees the wolf coming, he abandons the sheep and runs away. Then the wolf attacks the flock and scatters it. The man runs away because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. So the illustration there, like me, if I were that hired hand, I really don't know the sheep like Susan does. I don't own them. And so, of course, I'm going to care for them, but I'm not going to care for them in the same way that Susan does. She has such a close relationship with them. And that is just the way it is with us and God. And Jesus, in the story, Jesus is the shepherd, and he knows us, and we know him. We know his voice. So I hope that's an encouragement and an illustration for you today that Jesus knows your name. He knows you. He knows your personality. And to be safe, I encourage you to also follow your good shepherd. Well, I hope that you are enjoying your fiber art. One more thing I'm going to give you is an update on the Granny Square cardigan. So this is my lovely piece, again, all of the colors, and I do like black, so my accent is black. I have it now sewn together, seamed, and what I need to do next is a trim. I will crochet a trim all the way around to finish it off, and all of the ends I will tuck in and trim. So before I have another vlog, I sure hope to have that finished and show you a completed Granny Square cardigan. Okay, that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoy your spinning or knitting, crocheting, whatever your fiber art enjoyment is. Oh, and one last thing. When I was out at Susan's too, I met 2 new fiber friends. They were buying products and their new spinners. It was so much fun to talk spinning and encourage them in their fiber art journey. So stay tuned. If you liked this, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. That's what I have for you today. So whatever you find to do today, I hope that you enjoy. Be blessed. Stay tuned.